Good morning. I'm Chemung County Executive Chris Moss, and it gives me great pleasure to present my 2022 Chemung County Operating Budget and Capital Plan. Aside from this video presentation, the Chemung County Executive's Office will be traveling throughout Chemung County over the next 2 weeks to meet with residents and discuss my proposed spending plan. Please go to Chemung County's website or Facebook page for dates, times, and locations. I'm very excited to present to you my 2022 proposed financial plan, as it is the most comprehensive budget since becoming Chemung County Executive in 2019. The great news is I'm proposing a 6.3% property rate decrease for 2022. It's the largest decrease in over a decade. And you know what? There was no smoke and mirrors to get there. What we've been able to do is decrease the tax levy by 4%, which equates to $1.3 million. At the same time, Chemung County's full value growth increased by 2.5% to $115 million. The 2022 budget is approximately $209 million, which is approximately 2.5% above 2021. Next year's proposed property tax decrease can be attributed to multiple factors, to include our sales tax revenue that performed better than anticipated, our employee breakage attributed to the pandemic, as well as the utilization of sound financial practices implemented and overseen by my financial team, which consists of County Treasurer Jen Furman, Deputy County Executive David Sheen, the Director of Budget and Research Steve Hoover, our countywide elected officials, Chemung County Clerk Linda Forrest, District Attorney Whedon Wetmore, Sheriff William Schramm, as well as our department heads. They have all played a key role in solidifying Chemung County's current financial condition. While we continue to deal with the financial issues directly affiliated to the pandemic, it should be noted that the federal government, through the American Rescue Plan Act, did provide municipalities throughout the country with funding to assist in financial recovery efforts. While the American Rescue Plan I forwarded to the legislature is yet to be approved, it should be noted that the plan leverages federal dollars received by Chemung County to assist us not only in reimbursing pandemic-related expenses, but also allows us to utilize funds for capital infrastructure expenditures. This is due to the detailed amount of lost revenue established by Chemung County, which was approximately $15 million. Utilizing American Rescue Plan funds in this manner leverages these dollars, as our capital needs assessment local share required over the next 5 years is approximately $170 million. We also need to keep in mind that we are in the midst of one of the largest county infrastructure projects in decades. This project is mandated by state and federal guidelines and is a major upgrade and consolidation of our wastewater treatment plant. The 2022 proposed budget utilizes approximately $4.5 million of American Rescue Plan funds that will be included in the 2022 spending plan. I would also like to share a few additional slides with you that are highlighted in the 2022 proposed budget. Where does the money come from? Sales tax revenue, interest fees, and other department revenue make up the majority of the overall revenues within the budget. And as you can see, the 2022 proposed budget utilizes no funds from the fund balance. Where does the money go? The Department of Social Services continues to be our largest expenditure, followed by the general government and public safety. It should be noted that public safety includes the 911 center, sheriff's office, probation, and emergency management. This slide shows the county's general fund balance, which is equivalent to a municipality savings account. As you can see, my administration has been successful in growing the fund balance in 2019 and 2020, and we are very optimistic that we will see substantial growth at the end of 2021, placing our fund balance at the highest level in over 2 decades. This slide is very important as it depicts our sales tax on an annual basis. As you can see, in 2021, our sales tax revenues have outpaced our projections, which should have us in a surplus situation at the end of 2021. We need to be very careful as we project sales tax growth into the future, as there is currently no way to accurately project the effect that the pandemic has had on a recent growth of sales tax. This slide simply shows sales tax revenue gross totals, and then the breakdown between the county share and the remaining revenues shared amongst the towns, villages, and city of Elmira. This slide depicts our employee travel. As you can see, due to the pandemic, we were able to cut expenses in 2020 and 2021. The amount budgeted for travel in 2022 takes into account that the majority of travel restrictions that limited travel in 2021 and 2020 will be lifted. Full-time positions. This slide shows full-time equivalent employee positions, and 2022 will remain flat compared to last year. It should be noted that some new positions have been added, while some current positions have been abolished. This slide breaks down our employee count, and as you can see, the majority of employees are within the nursing facility, Department of Social Services, and Public Safety. New York State retirement tiers. This slide shows the number of current employees broken down by which tier of the retirement system the members are in. This year, the majority of employees are in Tier 6. As we move towards 2022, some of the continued priorities of the Chemung County Executive's Office are as follows. Broadband build-out. Over the past 18 months, thanks to the persistence of the Deputy Executive and the Director of Information Technology, Chemung County has done an excellent job in expanding broadband build-out due to an ongoing communication with our various service providers. As you can see here, the yellow lines on the map represent newly established broadband build-out over the past 18 months. It is also important to note that my ARP plan that was forwarded to the legislature sets aside $1 million for a matching grant program in which municipalities can apply so that we may complete the broadband build-out initiative. Next year, Chemung County retirees who participate in Chemung County's health insurance program will also benefit as a new shared services agreement with Broome County Purchasing Alliance will yield lower monthly premiums, zero copays for office visits, as well as reduced copays on formulary tiers for prescription medications. This is a big win for retirees. Economic development. The Chemung County Industrial Development Agency and Southern Tier Economic Growth will continue to work together to ensure that Chemung County remains competitive in an attempt not only to attract new business, but also to retain current businesses. As we continue to work our way out of the pandemic, these two organizations will continue to aggressively market various properties throughout the county, as well as ensure that Chemung County employs tactics which lead to additional partnerships while employing marketing strategies as a manner to create pathways for future development. Parks and Recreation. Major renovations to county-owned parks, to include Park Station, Harris Hill, and the fairgrounds, are included in the 2022 operating budget. These facilities are in need of multiple updates due to the fact that they have been neglected as far as receiving attention through the operating budget over an extended period of time. That was just a snapshot of some of the charts and graphs that are contained in the 2022 operating budget. We have the opportunity to accomplish big things in 2022 and continue to make Chemung County a great place to live, work, and raise a family. In closing, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Chemung County Treasurer Jen Furman, Deputy County Executive Dave Sheen, as well as Budget Director and Research Stephen Hoover, Administrative Assistants Lorraine Lambert and Jeanette Capisi, Administrative Assistant of Planning Betsy Keenan, Personal Administrator Taylor Maggs, Director of Public Information Kevin Adams, Director of Information Technology Aaron Dowd, and the Coordinator of Employee Benefits Yvonne Drake. Putting together a spending plan of this size is truly a team effort, and I couldn't accomplish it without their assistance. You'll be able to review the entire 2022 operating budget after it is presented to the legislature on November 10th. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact my office. Thank you.